Happy Tuesday, everybody. So today's learning goal is I can divide decimal dividends by multiples of 10. What does that mean? It means the number I'm dividing, the number that would go inside that division house, if you want to call it that, is going to be a decimal number. So let's take a look at how this works when we divide those numbers by multiples of 10. So the first number I'm going to divide is 54. And I'm going to divide that by 10. Now, you may be saying, Miss Walker, that number doesn't have a decimal in it. Well, it does. The zeros to the right of the decimal point are just zeros because this is what we call a whole number. But we're still going to divide it by 10 so that we get an idea of how this all works. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw some place value discs. So make sure you have your notebook nearby and you're doing this with me. So as you can see, I've drawn out my place value discs. I have 5 tens and 4 ones. Got a little ahead of myself, tried to draw an extra one. Anyway, so we have 5 tens, that gives us 50. 4 ones gives us 54. I'm going to divide that by 10. So when I divide 5 tens by 10, I get 5 ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tens to ones. Now, when I divide my 4 ones, when I divide each of those by 10, I end up with 1/10. 1 divided by 10 is 1/10. So I'll have 4 tenths. So I know that 54 divided by 10 equals 5 ones and 4 tenths. Okay, make sure you've written all this down. Now we're getting to the fun stuff. Here's where we finally have a decimal number that we're going to divide. So, again, I'm going to draw my place value discs. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. That's for my 5. Those two match up. And then I have 4 tenths. There's my 4 tenths. I'm going to divide that by 10. Now, what happens when I divide 1 by 10? I get 1/10. So now I have 5 tenths. Again, you better be drawing these with me. And when I divide 1/10 by 10, I get 1/100th. So I have 4 hundredths. Kind of lost that one there. So 4 and 5 tenths, 5 and 4 tenths divided by 10 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tenths and 4 hundredths. We've done this before on our place value chart. We move the decimal point one place to the left when we divide by 10. We move everything one place to the right on our place value chart. This is a repeat of what we've already done. Okay, so our next problem is 54 hundredths divided by 10. I went ahead and drew the place value discs, so we have 5 tenths and 4 hundredths. When we divide that by 10, what do we get? Well, our tenths become hundredths. So now I'm going to have 5 hundredths, if Miss Walker can remember what she's doing and write them down the right way. I'm going to have 5 hundredths, and I'm going to have 4 thousandths. Okay, so we're going to have 5 hundredths and 4 thousandths. So 54 hundredths divided by 10 equals 54 thousandths. Again, we're moving everything one place value to the right on our place value chart. Okay, now we're going to get a little tougher. We have 54 divided by 90. And again, you're saying, Ms. Walker, there's no decimal in that number. Well, we're still going to divide 54 divided by 90, and we're going to end up with a decimal number in our quotient. Now, if you notice, we had 54 divided by 90. That's the same as dividing 54 by 10 and dividing that by 9, whatever that quotient is of this first part, because 9 times 10 is 90. So, when I divide 54 divided by 10, I just did that a second ago. You should remember that. We get 5 4/10, and I'm going to divide that by 9. So, when I divide, if I look at 54, what multiplication fact do I know about 9 and 54? Because remember, 5 4/10 is 54 tenths. So 5 4/10 divided by 9 is going to equal 6 tenths, because 6 times 9 is 54. So 54 divided by 90 equals 6 tenths. Now, how do I check a division problem? To check and make sure that I did it right, I would multiply my quotient by my divisor. So 90 times 6 tenths. Now remember, we did this too before break. 6 times 0 is 0, and 6 times 9 is 54. I started out with tenths, so this is 540 tenths, so my decimal point goes right there. So that's how we check a division problem to make sure that our quotient is correct. Happen with this one. I have 5 4/10 divided by 90. Again, dividing 5 4/10 by 90 is the same as dividing 5 4/10 by 10, and then that quotient by 9. So 5 4/10 divided by 10 is 54 hundredths, and I need to divide that by 9, and that's going to equal what? 54 divided by 9 is 6. This is 54 hundredths, so I'm going to have 6 hundredths. And again, if I wanted to check it to make sure, I would multiply my quotient by my original divisor. It's 54 hundredths divided by 90. So, if I divide 54 hundredths divided by 10, that's going to equal 54 thousandths, and when I divide that by 9, I get what? 54 divided by 9 is 6, so I have 6 thousandths. We can do the same thing with even bigger numbers. Now I have 54 divided by 900. So if I divide 54 by 100, that equals 54 hundredths. And I'm going to divide 54 hundredths by 9, which equals 6 hundredths, just like we did in an earlier problem. Here's our last problem, and then you're going to do some on your own. So this time I'm going to divide 5 and 4 hundredths, or sorry, 5 and 4 tenths by 900. So again, 5 and 4 tenths divided by 100, and then divide that quotient by 9. 5 and 4 hundredths divided by 100 is going to give me 5 divided by 100 is 5 hundredths, so that tells me where my 5 needs to go. So 5 and 4 tenths divided by 100 is 54 thousandths, and then I'm going to divide that by 9, and 54 thousandths divided by 9 is 6 thousandths. Okay, go work on your problem set.